Come on, family, I'm back. It's called, yeah, and, back on. Just I'm definitely holler at the fam. Because definitely going to talk to you about like what I've been seeing, and there's and on my channel, there's a lot of bullshit going on. I'm starting to see a lot of fuckery going on. I'm really beginning to see like some people on here. I think I might have like jumped the gun. I think might have just like slowed down a little bit. It's no disrespect to anybody, but I'm starting to take a look at some people because sometimes I get a little excited on the stream and I be wanting to answer like questions, but there be so many questions at one time. But the reason why, if I don't get towards your question, is because I'm on a certain frequency, and if I'm on a certain frequency and it's something that's coming to me for real, and I feel as though I gotta get it off real, then guess what? I gotta make sure I gotta get what I was with what's being said on that topic. Hey, Clarissa Gilchrist, you feel what I mean? So because like what I've been seeing lately on here, I've been seeing people bashing each other, calling each other troll. I'm sick of the nonsense up on and a lot of people that's on my platform. And I did not start this platform, nor build this platform up, and even also feature B4T on here. You know what I'm saying? And to like have this kind of fuckery on this platform. When I started this thing, when I started this thing, my goal and intent was to put out the truth. That was my goal and my intent. This ain't no bullshit. This is me really keeping it real. Matter of fact, this is B Mouse keeping it 200 right now. I started this platform because I got tired of people being lied to. I got tired of the media telling y'all lies and bullshit, and I felt it like, you know what? I'm going to be one of the ones out there telling the fucking truth in the way how I see fit, and at the same time, regardless whatever, regardless of who, regardless of who or whatever or what they got to say, I think. And I've been on this journey, for quite some time, 3.5 years, going on 4 years in July, and I have seen a lot of shit. Subscribers, I gained a lot. Lost quite a few subscribers, but I'm still gaining. But that's not the whole entire point. But my thing is, I want to reach out to people. This is a part of my journey and a part of me. I've always wanted to, ever since I was a little child. That's the reason why. Not saying I talk with death on here, but it's the reasons why. This is part of the reason why I write out these articles, because I want to be able to communicate a message to you. If Let me slow down because I'm getting a little emotional. If it's really in my heart, to really put out the truth, that means I'm going to sacrifice my time. I'm going to, sacrifice my time and my energy. Hey, Moira Thompson, all the way from Bermuda. Nice. If I'm going to sit up here and sacrifice my time and my energy, to write out these goddamn articles to y'all, that means I really sincerely and genuinely, and genuinely care about doing this shit. I'm not doing this shit for no goddamn clout. I do this shit right here because I really, really care. I spend countless of times and hours to have seen me down here on this goddamn floor writing out these articles. I'm literally, putting myself on the line when I do this shit right here for real. You feel me? I'm really out here talking about things like, that is really hidden from y'all. I'm talking about I'm talking about I'm talking about the Nezara Act. Ain't too many people talking about this. I'm really out here talking about the global currency reset. Yeah, thank you, Crystal Wisdom. Yeah, I'm sacrificing a lot. I just, I'm not bragging or boasting, y'all. I went right back to the store to get hella paper and get hella pens because I know how busy I'm going to be writing out these articles. I'm sacrificing my time. But at the same time, it's something that I really want to do because, as far as like knowledge, as far as myself, being around other people, there's a lot of things that I have learned. But yeah, man, like to me, man, like it really pisses me off that I'm out here sacrificing my time and my energy, and I'm going to see this bullshit on my channel of people on here that's going to be out here debating, calling each other names. I'm not going to give up my time, sacrificing myself, putting my face out there to communicate something, writing out articles, writing out information, man, that is very deep, that a lot of people, man, don't really want to be talked about. A lot of people don't even know nothing about that information. You know what I mean? But I'm taking time, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it's a major sacrifice. It's a major sacrifice. And I don't want to put out the wrong information, but that is me actually, you know what I mean, going back to like things that I've actually heard before, and I'm doing the research, things that I'm actually like, you know what I mean, just sitting back and just like connecting the dots. Sitting back and connecting the dots. That's all what I'm doing with this information. And just connecting the dots and seeing how we can just, you know what I mean, like correlate things around this whole type of thing, and how we can maneuver and how we can get past this bullshit. And at the same time, keeping y'all aware of what's going on and what's happening. That is part of the reason why I do these streams. And that is the reason why I've been streaming as much as I can, because it's going to come to a time that when you might not see me as much. And at the same time, you got to think about this, like, what if they do shut down the internet? What about that? Have we thought about that? Have we really thought about that? Thank you, 01. Yeah, I mean, have we thought about that? I mean, have we thought about we still have the technology, but we can't see each other physically, face to face? It's, you know what I mean, it's going to come to a time we're not going to see each other face to face. I mean, look what's going on right now. But it's you know what I mean, but it's very important because I really genuinely care about putting out this information, because it is stuff that I am seeing. And I'm researching and I'm looking up like, yo, I'm seeing the connection. We already been seeing this stuff in the movies. I've been talking about the global currency reset. I've been talking about the Federal Reserve, and I've been talking about the central banks. And if you look at the movie, The International, they were talking about the central banks, how they finance wars in the movie and keep countries in debt. That's how they stay rich and wealthy. They talked about that in the movie The International. I don't really think people have paid attention to the movie The International with Clive Owen, and I think not Nicole Kidman, that other Caucasian lady. Look at the movie The International. It's talking about that. Dealing with the banks, dealing with the financial system. Yeah, no army pants. Yeah, I'm just, yeah, coming down a little something, but I'm attacking after I already took some vitamins. Right, you feel me? Brooke Jemison, right. Yeah, they already talked about that. And I don't think a lot of people, I don't really think a lot of people's paying attention. Exactly, Crystal Wilson, right. You feel me? And that's exactly what we, you know what I mean? That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm going to ask y'all again, how many of y'all have heard of the Nezareth Act? How many of y'all have heard of the Nezareth Act? Yeah. And see, my thing is though, man, like, I took upon, you know what I mean? Like, I really took upon myself. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I've always, you know what I mean? I said to myself, man, like, I'm going to take it upon myself. And I'm going to be one of the ones out here that's going to put it out there. I'm going to sacrifice my time and my day to go ahead and put it out there. Because I felt as though, like, and you know what I mean? I felt as though, like, instead of me being on the sidelines, whining and crying and complaining, why not go out there and be one of the ones? You know what I mean? And be one of the ones out there reading and researching and looking at this stuff and seeing what's real. I mean, because we, you know what I mean? I've already had teachers and scholars that's already teaching. And when I started doing the research, and now I'm doing much more deeper research, now I'm starting to see more every day that everything what they saying is true. And all we will, you know what I mean, all what we are doing is that all we are doing is we are connected the dots. All what we are doing is we are connecting the dots of what they already are telling us. It ain't nothing new under the sun. They've been told us this for a long time, but now we had to go we had to go we had to go and do the deeper research. Exactly right. Everything is out there right about now, and what we are seeing, we watching all of these things manifest. And the more you research, the less fear you're gonna have. Why? Because we've already seen it. I had to talk with my daggone brother, man. He said like, yo, I'm not panicking. My brother is a diehard Christian, but he know what the hell time is going on. And he said, yeah, brother, man. He said, yo, he said, like, we've been seeing this stuff coming, man. He said, like, we've been like, wow. He was like, yeah, man, we've been researching, we've been looking at the stuff, we've been seeing it on the movies, and the reason why we're not even panicking because we have been seeing this stuff been coming for a long time. And all what I'm doing is when I put out the information, I'm not trying to put fear into y'all. You know what I mean? Even with what I'm saying, don't take what I'm saying is face value. Eat the fish, spit out the bones. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and do my due diligence and to write these damn articles. I had like, listen, yo, yeah, I'm sacrificing like, you know what I mean? My health is not bad, but guess what? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm feeling better because I think I might have had like a pinch nerve in my neck and it shot all the way down through my arm. I had numbness in my daggone thumb. Still writing articles. I'm still taking time out of my goddamn day to write articles with numbness in my thumb. Little bit in my fingers. I'm taking time out of my day, going to physical therapy and still come back to write articles. And I'm going to hit your asses up this weekend. And it's still hella early. Just imagine when I really get on my game. I'm going around the fucking clock. Excuse my language. But this is how you know I'm not playing. I have a lot of shit to bring. But I will not tolerate any beefing on here, any debating, any daggone screwing around. No, none of that stuff. And I give y'all, like articles so y'all can look at it. Because guess what? Every time when I Google this stuff up, I see hella articles on this stuff. I'll look at one, look at another, and I'll choose the one which I think, it's like once I see the article, I would go with my gut feeling now. I would go with my gut feeling of which one that I'm gonna write. Then write it out. And guess what? As I'm reading it, I'm comprehending what's going on. And so, and what I would do is, when I read the information, I would meditate upon it about, how it's all connected to what's going on, and not decipher for my own daggone self. That's what I'm doing on the research. I'm doing the research, reading the article, I'm comprehending it. Thank you, Crystal Wisdom, for the Nazara Act, and she's putting up links on this stuff. Thank you, my sister. She's putting this stuff up. See, as I'm doing it, she's doing it as well. That's how we reciprocate the information. That's how we learn. In Crystal Wisdom, should I read that act to them? Should I go back and read this whole act to them? Do y'all really want to hear about the Nazara Act? Because I got it written down, and she has the link, and she can confirm what the hell I'm saying. Crystal Wisdom, should I read this to them? Okay, she's saying do it. All right. I hope y'all ready. All right. All right, the Nazara Act. They said, now, I'm actually going to start it off by reading a brief history of the Nazara Act, right? And check it out. They said, on late evening on March 9th, 2000, a written quorum call was hand-delivered by Delta Force personnel and Navy SEALs to 15 members of the U.S. Senate and the U.S. House, who are the sponsors and the co-sponsors of the Nazara. They were immediately escorted by the Delta Force and the Navy, and these Navy SEALs to their respective voting chambers where they passed the National Economic Security and Reformation Act. That is what the NESARA Act means, the National Economic Security and Reformation Act. These 15 members of Congress were the only people lawful allowed to hold office in accordance with the original 13th Amendment. Remember, if you will, that British soldiers destroyed copies of the titles of nobility amendment in the War of 1812 because it prevented anyone who had ties to the crown of England from holding public office. NESARA is the most groundbreaking Reformation Act to sweep not only the country but a whole entire planet history. This act does away with the Federal Reserve Bank, the IRS, the shadow government, and much more. And check this out. They said it's representative of the government of our nation, quote unquote, finally subordinating to serving Americans. Now check this out. They said NESARA implements the following changes and provides for the following. They said, listen, zeroes out all credit card, mortgage, and other bank debt due to illegal banking and government activities that created and participated and precipitated this debt. And they said this is the Federal Reserve's worst nightmare, a jubilee or forgiveness debt. Check. Thank you, Crystal Wisdom. Listen. It said abolishes income tax, abolishes the IRS. Employees of the IRS will be transferred to the U.S. Treasury National Tax Area. It creates a 14% flat rate, non-essential new items only on sales tax revenue for the government. In other words, food and medicine will not be taxed. No items such as old homes. It increases benefits to senior citizens. It returns quote unquote constitutional law to all courts in legal matters. It reinstates the original title of nobility amendment. This clause reads, quote unquote, no title or nobility shall be granted by the United States and no person holding office or holding any office or profit or trust under them shall, with the consent of Congress, except of any present emolument, office, or any title or any title of any kind, whatever, from any king, prince, or forgiven state. They said if any citizen of the United States shall accept, claim, receive, retain any title of nobility or honor, shall, without the consent of Congress, accept and retain any present pension, office, or emolument of any kind whatever for any emperor, king, prince, or foreign power, such person shall cease to be a citizen of the United States and shall be incapable of holding any office or trust or profit under them or either of them. They say it establishes new presidential and congressional elections within 120 days of NESARA's announcement. They said the interim government will cancel all national emergencies and return us back to constitutional based law and legal system. It creates a new treasury rainbow currency, which is actually backed up by gold, silver, and platinum precious metals. Thus ended the bankruptcy of the United States initiated by Franklin Roosevelt in 1933 in the instigation of the Federal Reserve. Monitors elections and prevents illegal election activities of special interest groups. It forbids the sale of American birth certificates by the U.S. Department of Transportation. When I said that, I just felt some wind go in my ear. I felt the vibration in my ear when I said that. I said forbids the sale of American birth certificate records as chattel property bonds by the U.S. Department of Transportation. Initiates new Treasury bank system in alignment with constitutional law. Eliminates the Federal Reserve. During the transition period, the Federal Reserve will be allowed to operate side by side. restores financial privacy, retains all judges and attorneys to constitutional law, seizes all aggressive U.S. government military actions worldwide, establishes a platform for the United States to lead the world towards peace, releases enormous sums of money for a multitude of humanitarian purposes, and enable the release of 6,000 patents press technologies that are being withheld from the public under the guise of national security, including free energy devices, anti-gravity, and sonic healing machines. That is the Nazareth Act. Did y'all just hear what I read? And guess what? Let me tell you something. This act was signed into law October the 10th, 2000. And guess what? This act was supposed to be announced. Guess what day? September the 11th, 2001. Look it up yourself. I wrote this down. I wrote this down. Look it up. Look it up. I have the link to it. I wrote this down. Yes, Sweet Blue. Yes, I wrote this down. It took 20 minutes to write this whole thing down, front and back, and I have the link. I found Google, but I Googled this up. They have hella articles on this stuff. And I found this on LinkedIn, and the person has other links that are tying it into this thing. Yes, look it up. The Nazareth Act. This was, signed into law. And it was supposed to be announced on September the 11th. Look at the connection. And don't you not see, and do you not see how this, let me slow down, I'm excited. Do y'all not see how this, how this does not go right into the global currency reset about what I've been reading about to y'all lately? Why do you think I've been telling y'all watch the stock market? Why do you think I've been telling y'all to watch the oil markets? Why do you think I've been telling y'all to watch out for gold, the digital currency, the cryptocurrency? Why do you think I've been telling y'all about these things around the world? Why do you think I've been telling y'all to watch money and watch what's going on? They said this act will end the Federal Reserve, which pretty much, pretty much they are saying like how the way the banks are operated for real, they they precipitated this debt and they caused the debt. So the Federal Reserve, thank you, Crystal Wisdom, invest in gold and solar. I've been telling them, Crystal Wisdom, have I not been telling them to look into gold? And I just read the Nazareth Act. And they saying create a new treasury rainbow currency, which is actually by gold, silver, and platinum precious metals. Thus ended the bankruptcy of the United States, initiated by Franklin Roosevelt in 1933 and the instigation of the Federal Reserve, which means the Federal Reserve put us in debt, which means they are the real slave masters and we are the slaves. Why? Because the slaves got to pay back their debt. That's why they created income tax. That's why we are working all of these daggone hours. We are trading all of our time for dollars to pay back that we are not really fulfilling our goals and our dreams. And we are not really investing our time and our dollars, and guess what, to create our own economic thing. Thank you, 01. That's why they don't want them. That's why they're talking about in this act forbids the sale of the American birth certificate records as chattel property bonds by the U.S. Department of Transportation. And you own that 01. You feel me? So I'm confirming this shit. And if y'all would like to support the channel, 100% got the links up to the PayPal and the Cash App. Why you think? Even watch out for the market, right? Thank you, Crystal Wisdom. Thank you for confirming it, right? They never got rid of slavery. They made everyone slaves through income tax. Thank you, confirmation. And that is the reason why. That's why they send this act. Zeroes out all credit, mortgage, and other bank debt due to illegal banking and government activities that created and participated this debt. That's why they're saying this is the Federal Reserve's worst nightmare, or jubilee of forgiveness of debt, which means, that sound like, a lot of money gonna be owed to us. People not paying attention. Why you think I've been telling y'all watch the stock market? Yeah, you feel me, Dre working right? You feel me though, bro? You feel me? Yo, have I not been telling people this stuff about the global currency reset, the stock market? And I've been talking about the global currency reset now. I'm talking about the Nazareth Act, and this goes right into and Rob. You know what I mean? How this global currency reset goes right involved into this right here. That pretty much means their government has got to go down. That pretty much, but that sound like to me like, you know what I mean? We taking the shit back over. I'm not trying to like, hey, you feel me? It eliminates the Federal Reserve, restores financial privacy. You feel me? This is what we are talking about right here. This is what I've actually wrote and looked up. Look up the Nazareth Act. Look it up. I'm telling y'all. You know what I mean? I looked this up right here. Abolishes the income tax. That's what it's like to me, RC Pants. Abolishes IRS. Do y'all not see the connection? All right. Matter of fact, since I read the Nazareth Act, let me read the global currency reset and let me connect the dots even more. Now listen again. Are y'all ready? The global currency reset. They said the global currency reset last happened when nations gathered together to agreed upon a new global currency system was in Britain, was New Hampshire. While World War II was going on, leaders from nations around the world decided a new global currency system. This led to the formation of global World Trade Organization. The world's allied nations agreed on a fixed rate currency system, which was sort of based on a global gold standard. The U.S. dollar was the currency that nations used to back their currency under this agreement. The reason for this, because the United States in possession of most of the world's gold supply at that time. America benefited greatly from this new currency system, and the dollar made its way into the central banks around the world. In time, we left the fixed rate system. Richard Nixon stopped backing U.S. dollars with gold globally in 1971. This was known as the Nixon shock. Today, all of the major currencies float in a global market. While some things have changed, we are still on the remnants of the Bretton Woods. So many have speculated that we are going to return to another gold standard. Some believe that we will have a new monetary system altogether. Many armchair economists have emerged to claim that some nations may even base their currency values on their resources. The claim is that all currencies will revalue the claim is that all countries will revalue based on the country's assets. This will cause gold to skyrocket as people begin to seek a hedge of protection from depleting currency values. Did y'all not hear what I just read? And do you not hear what they talking about the Nazareth Act? And how, you know what I mean? And pretty much, you know what I'm saying? And how, hey, Sage, here she go, y'all. Hey, girl. That's my girl. Yeah, she came to protect. That's my partner. You feel me? Did y'all need your protection? Yeah, she. That's me, man. Yeah, exactly. And people do not see that at all. You know what I mean? Coincides and correlates with the Nazareth Act. Gold is a must. We talking about legal honest. Which means that will phase out. Because what I'm saying, the dollar bill right about now is pretty much done away with. Y'all still there? Should I read some more? Precious metals. You don't think precious metals gonna be around? Because many people they are actually going into precious metals. You know, that's what they're doing, and they're going into precious metals like gold and silver. You know, now I believe the dollar bill, Lady Line, is something that's the one people got to really watch out for. Yep, and then check this out, right? They said today the global currency reset has become a major conspiracy theory that believes the dollar will crash. This theory proclaims that nations around the world will abandon the dollar. As a result, people have started to prepare for a future dollar crash. They invest in precious metals, buy foreign currencies, and become preppers and stockpile food. This theory has become big business to selling different types of items that relates to a belief in any minute the overnight dollar collapse. This belief system has many converts and is cultic in nature. Part of the belief system has its origins in New Age philosophies, while other parts of this belief system is tied to biblical prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all hear that right there?
Here's the thing. That's the Nazareth Act, right?
Yep. I just read the Nazareth Act and the Global Currency Reset.
Yeah, Noble Drew Ali did say that.
Yep.
Can I just ask a question if it's possible?
You go.
Somebody said that Noble Drew Ali said that. And I'm not here to attack the Nation of Islam or nothing. Um, those that study the Noble Drew Ali's teachings, please let me know if y'all practice Noble Drew Ali's teachings. Please say I did and I read on Noble Drew Ali in the Circle 7. How many of y'all know that the Nation of Islam pretty much is a spawn of the Moorish Science Temple? How many of y'all know that it was Noble Drew Ali that said that when this time happened, it's going to be pretty much the Moorish people that's going to come into full swing back in power again? How many of y'all know that?
Take it on 100%.
Because before I go, I just want to know how many of y'all heard of that? Now, everybody give the Nation of Islam credit, but you got to give the Moorish Science Temple the most credit, because if it wasn't for Noble Drew Ali and Marcus Mosiah Garvey, none, and then there is another thing I want to shed light on.
I want to add on to what you said. And me coming out of the nation, right? Check this out, right? And check this out, you know what I mean? I give props to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Even though I first came across the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who I'm grateful for, at the same time, I still give honor and props and praise
Yeah.
to Prophet Noble Drew Ali, because he was the first man to bring Islam to America, you know what I mean? Which is more science, you feel me? People want to say like, oh, masonry, but masonry is nothing but more, because I learned about them from the minister. By me going back and learning about them, I definitely want to give them their props and praise as well, because they were the forerunners. First, then came the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and a lot of those teachings that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had came out the Moorish Science Temple. He was in there as Elijah Poole Bey. Because when I went to the Moorish Science Temple myself up on the Joel Bratton Bay, they had the picture up on the wall, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad on there with the Holy Quran with the fez here. Because I even seen Moors when I was in the nation in the temple. So anybody have a problem with that, they can cut that out. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Another thing is, I wanted to also shed light about something, is
Go
that
ahead.
when you see a Moorish American wear a fez, know that the fez represents 360 degrees spiritual and 360 degrees physical, and add up to 720, which equals 9, which deals with the 9 months that you're inside your mother's womb, and the tassel of that fez represents the umbilical cord to Allah. So I want y'all to think about who Allah really is. That's one thing. Another thing I wanted to say is that, yeah, I mean, we know about Dane Calloway, but he got some truth to things that he's saying. I'm not saying everything he's saying is true, because our whole history or our whole story been scattered. So you got to remember, we all had bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, the Masons
Learn
learned from
from
the
the Moors.
Moors.
Right. Exactly. Thank
So
you.
so
Right.
for so when you look at Freemasonry is nothing more science anyway.
Exactly.
That's your stuff that they took from you,
Right.
and it seem like it was theirs.
Oh, it's evil. It's
Yeah,
evil. That's our stuff.
yeah, but the fez represents the womb, man. You know what I'm saying? So, when I say, practice our rights and stuff, that's nothing wrong, because you're practicing back your ancient sciences. Because I can tell you a little secret. in the adept classes of the Moors, you learn and start finding out about voodoo, what you call voodoo, and Santeria and Ifa, and astrology and astronomy, and other ancient sciences that we taught these people that they use on us on a daily basis. Now what's happening in the universe is bringing it all back to us, to the forefront. Those that are going to have it, it's going to come to them naturally. Those that don't, guess what? You're not going to catch on until it's time. Really, that's what's up. And voodoo is very enlightening. I've been trying to tell people that voodoo is another branch of Ifa, Santeria, and so on. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for saying you don't curse anyone. Thank you. Got our people out here
So yeah,
scaring
yes, so I guess your energy is bringing
you back over here.
right. Your energy is bringing prosperity
Right.
into this channel.
And also the energy of the individual that said that,
Right.
they know that the vibrations are good on here.
Right.
Okay.
I'm glad that y'all were able to hear stuff like this.
You know what I'm saying? So I really want y'all to know that, you know. And that's good you do it for everyday, you know, for your day-to-day problems. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing to be scared of with anything. This is your practice. This is how Western society got our people scared to practice stuff that's theirs. They told you Freemasonry was evil. That's your stuff. That's your birthright. Don't you know that the whole Bible is decoded along with the Quran? It's all decoded. But I'm gonna give you a little insight.
Hey, 3-5 Capricorn. All right, okay. Be safe out there, darling. Costa Queens. All right, okay.
Yeah, be careful. Be safe out there. Exactly. So here, exactly, you're right. If the internet is pure, is not no intent. Yeah, the intent. If the energy is pure it's no problem. Exactly. Thank you for saying it was stolen knowledge. This is something that we know. We've been talking about. I'm glad somebody else saying that stuff. The information that we're saying is accurate.
Thank you, Melon. 100%.
Ifa, Santeria, Voodoo, probably Palo, Miombi, all of this is interconnected, everybody. This is your stuff. Brother, Dr. Yoke wrote on books about stuff like this, trying to tell you not to be scared of your own stuff, get them back their stuff, because it's a watered down version of yours. Please understand. I done seen people get spooked out off of this. You know what I'm saying? I done seen people get spooked out. It's about the intent of the individual. Let me tell you, in the beginning, they might saying facts. I'm letting y'all know I'm not just talking this. Listen, I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be 200 with y'all.
Hey, Monique.
I'm an ancestor coming back, man. I know my ancestor came back here. I know that, and it's not to be cocky nor conceited. I'm just being honest. I came back to let everybody know it's time and stop fucking playing around. And then I came back to let y'all know what's really going on. Those angels are real, but they are called ancestors. Those archangels are hierarchies of energy that was manifested in human flesh. In voodoo, you call them the Loas. In Ifa, you call them the Orishas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, both of us are. Most definitely. I'm helping him wake up along with the family so he can wake up himself so he can get that higher self going. He's working on it hard and he's coming to the forefront. Letting y'all know he's pretty much dealing with the communications. He's following what his parent really does.
Communicating, reading this stuff, communicating it to y'all.
Bringing it to y'all to the forefront.
Right.
Matter of fact, Tiffany shared something. She said, if you look at the name Jesus, right? Take the J at the beginning and take the S at the end, and what name do you have?
Isu.
Exactly. So the whole time your Caucasian people, the white supremacists that been enslaving you, they decoded Isu in the name Jesus. Think about that. Thank you, Crystal Wisdom. Thank you.
Yeah, she been on it.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm glad Crystal Wisdom came on here because she was one of the ones that was needed on here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See, look, like, wow, this laughing. They kept your information from you all this time. That's what they did with this trickery, y'all. And my queen was the one that broke that down. because she said that Esau came to her and told her that. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Crossroads.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, they talking about
And
EC.
the conception, there's a story about his birth. Okay? Yeah, exactly. Monique Hill, Yeshua. Yeshua.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so here, listen to this though. There's a story, and it's family on here that study. It's a family on here that study voodoo, right? So I'm gonna share this with you. There's a story about Eshu birth. His birth was immaculate, an immaculate conception. That was when Oshun touched herself and gave birth to Allegra.
Mm.
That's where you get the whole Virgin Mary giving birth to a child, and the child name was Jesus or Yeshua or Yeshua. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't believe me, I played the video numerous times. Remember that?
Right.
I'll play the video again so those that can see it for themselves, so y'all don't think I'm making it up. Y'all want me to play the video while before I want to smile on his face. So if you want to be real, what is it? If you want to be if you want to be more on a physical note, if she gave birth to Allegra and Allegra his parent, then wouldn't that make Oshun a grandmother to him physically? If she was physically here as a physical woman, that would make her his grandmother. You know what I'm saying? All right, give me a second, y'all. They want me to play it right before I go. Hey, that's something. Oh man, oh man, this is wonderful times we living in. I gotta send you a video that somebody sent, and I want you to watch that.
Ooh, yo. And also, I got another. Oh yeah, matter of fact, I got another. Oh, I'm gonna wait till you done that.
Yeah, the Holy Spirit is the mother. Go ahead and listen, bro. Wait, so you gonna wait till them. All right, I'm gonna play this, and then we're gonna get right on. Just okay.
Oh, you go so.
No, we gotta go to the Here you go. Can y'all see it? Can you see it, B?
Yeah.
You already saw this 500 times. They just need to see it.
Yep.
Within the sacred orature of the Yoruba diaspora, we have an amazing story called Osheo Tura. Okay. And in Osheo Tura, what happens is all these deities come down from the heavenly realm onto the planet Earth, right? And the dominant ones, the ones who are doing the most are Obatala, the Lord of the King of the white cloth, the Lord of the clouds, the one who molds the child in the womb and sets the ethical standards. We have Ogun, who is the tool maker and the wild man in the woods. And the ego of the human being. Okay. And they come down with Oshun, who is the goddess of love and sweet water and sensuality and compassion and all of that. And in the folklore, when they start out trying to create the world, one of the male deities makes some comment to the effect that they really don't need Oshun. Okay. And she's very sensitive to insult, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So Oshun decides, oh, well, you'll see. And she goes and she sits on the moon and spends time looking in the mirror and powdering her face. And while she does that, all the sweet water on the earth dries up. And they can't do nothing. They can't build no houses. They can't make no tools. They can't grow no food. They can't create nothing. Nothing is working because love has left the planet. Okay. And when they realize that nothing is working, they run back up to Olodumare, the one who owns the whole spectrum of the rainbow, the owner of the day. Down here for that we can't accomplish nothing, right? And Olodumare says, somebody's missing from this crew that I set down there. Where is Oshun? And the comment was made, well, who needs her? And that's when Olodumare summons Oshun from her resting place where she's just, kicking back, waiting for them to recognize what's happening. When she arrives, she explains that they insulted her. They were stupid enough to think they didn't need fresh water. They didn't need sensuality. They didn't need love.
I'm
And
assuming B Mouse the
so
name of her.
the Most High makes them apologize to her. Okay? And I love this part. In the Odu, it says she accepted their apology and she told them, don't let it happen again. Okay? And as a result of that, she had to decide whether she wanted to be bathed again. And so she turned herself on herself and gave birth to Elegba. Now, I want to say very, very clearly that Oshe Otura is a very, very important story in my tradition. All of the stories we see, when they hit the tray, when they arrive in front of us, we look for the manifestation of the story around us. To have Oshun leave us is a very, very dangerous thing, okay? And we see it in things like fracking. What's happening to our water supply? We see it in things like the way that they are raping the queen bee. Honey is sacred to Oshun. We see it in the sex trafficking of children that's going on this planet. All of these things we read as priests all over the world going to the river, going to places where the river to come back to us. All of this is about wanting to recognize the power of the divine feminine.
We probably catch a left. A left. Yeah, you want to take one?
Yeah.
All right. So I did that. I played that for us, for everybody to hear. Everybody in the household heard this like 500 times. Yeah. And I'm about to go ahead and handle my business. And I hope y'all were enlightened, those that needed to know that.
Mm-hmm. Y'all still there? Y'all kind of quiet right now.
So now that's where you get Jesus at. Thanks my queen on that, y'all. She the one that broke it down. So whenever you see the name Jesus, you got a Legua name, which is Isu. So, besides, I am Brandon Forte, and I'm out this mug for right now. All right, let me go ahead and get this. I gotta figure out what I did with my daggone card, baby.
Damn.
I put it inside my wallet.
Mm-mm.
Man, I'm getting older, man.
So I'm glad. Yep. Oh yeah, since we talking about that, have y'all guys heard about the earthquake over there in Utah?
I got it.
Have y'all guys heard about the earthquake over there in Utah? Have y'all guys heard about the earthquake over there in Utah that happened recently? It's bad over there. You heard about the Kirk Washington Jr.? See, homegirl live out there. Wow. Yup. They said earthquake was no joke out there. Yup. They said it was no joke out there in Utah. They said it was a 5.7 magnitude that struck Magna at 7:09 a.m., shaking homes from Logan downtown to Utah. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, they was talking about somebody's trumpet that was down here, I believe over there in Utah for real. Yup, the aftershocks were crazy. Yup. They said, yup, it was the state's largest since a 1992 earthquake in St. George. They said the last Salt Lake County earthquake of at least a 5 magnitude was in 1962. A strong aftershock was felt at 1:12 p.m. It registered a magnitude of 4.6. They said there are power outages, gas leaks, and what else? Chemical spills in Kennecott. They also got an acid spill in Plum. They said in Plum it released into the air, but it's not threatening the public. Official says. They also said there have been reports of serious. There have been no reports of serious injuries, but the earthquake has caused damage to like downtown buildings and even like the Salt Lake Temple, where the Angel Moroni statue lost its trumpet. Yeah, you never lie about that Mooney Hill, right? This planet ain't playing right now. This planet ain't no fucking joke right now. I mean, can people not see that? Can people not see that? What's going on? Earthquake over there in Utah. What's going on right now? Aftershock. And check this out, right? They said, the Salt Lake International Airport has reopened. Some state courts are also closed. They said West Valley City is reporting that 48 mobile homes were shifted. They were actually shifted out of their foundations, displacing residents. A Red Cross evacuation center has opened at the Valley Junior High School. They said the epicenter of the earthquake was northeast of Magna, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. It said thus the aftershock followed with the strongest being a magnitude of 4.6. They said it is likely there will be hundreds of aftershocks in days to come. Hundreds of aftershocks for around like 6 weeks are actually going to be coming, or what they're reported. They saying that a lot of people lost power. It was like 50,000.
You got the prepaid card. You gotta get used to that. I'm used to that bank card.
Oh, Crystal Wisdom, you know that? I got articles on Yellowstone volcano. Go ahead and get that article.
The person that practice voodoo would be a good mod for you. A good mod for you. Because they like the energy on here.
They said yesterday reported the big chunk of Yellowstone, the size of Chicago has been pulsing. I think I read.
All right. Let me
see all this. This is what I've been writing, putting out for y'all.
I'm just looking at.
Oh boy! Oh, I got the heat right. Oh, I got some heat. Woo! Here we go. That's about Yellowstone. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's like a damn catalog right here. Oh yeah. Crystal Wisdom. I'm gonna read something about Yellowstone. Check it out, Crystal Wisdom.
Before that's the name. One of them wanted to know the name of the lady that did that video.
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
No, I wanted you to let them know what's her name. Cause I gotta get ready to go. That's her name right here.
Louisa Taish.
Yeah, that's her name. The one I played the video for. Louisa Taish. What's her name? You spell it Luisah. Last name is Teish. Okay, she's a daughter of Oshun, and that the tradition for a long time. She's from Louisiana too, by the way. All right, well, she was born in Louisiana, from what I know. She was.
Wow. So
All right, baby, about to go.
All right.
I think the driver will be here soon.
Hey, Crystal Wisdom, you want me to go into about Yellowstone volcano? Y'all there? I mean, do y'all want me to go into like Yellowstone? All right, okay, check it out. Let me see. All right, they say Yellowstone eruption can plunge U.S. into darkness for a very long time in poison waters. This is an article I actually wrote not that long ago. They said the Yellowstone volcano eruption could plunge the United States into darkness and contaminate drinking water across the country. An expert has warned. They say Yellowstone volcano, located in Wyoming, United States, is one of the most powerful volcanoes on the planet. It last erupted on a major scale of 640,000 years ago, according to the United States Geological Survey. The chances of a Yellowstone eruption is around like 730,000. They said with like 640,000 years have passed since the last major eruption, Yellowstone is edging closer to exploding, but it could still be thousands of years away. However, when it does erupt, it will be devastating. This is because the ensuing ash debris from the massive eruption can wipe out electricity in America and poison the water supply. Volcanic ash is insoluble, so if ash laden sewage enters a treatment plant, it will act as a wrecking ball, shredding mechanical equipment and stop. And in the stages closest to Yellowstone, they said buildings will collapse beneath the weight. They said just as snow from a blizzard can cave in the roof. They said ash will bring down power and telephone lines and ruin power plants. Do y'all hear what I'm reading about Yellowstone volcano if this thing erupts? Tiff, you there? Tiff, oh, you right there? Oh, okay. I was just seeing you right there still.
Oh, yeah.
You heard about when I'm reading to them about Yellowstone?
I know about yesterday. You talking about the volcano?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't erupted in a long time. It's getting ready to
Mm-hmm.
do its thing. It's part of the ring of fire.
Yep, that's destroying the transformers that are the backbone of the electricity distribution center. They also said while drowned power lines can be restored in a matter of hours, it could take as long as 2 years in order to restore a replacement for a single damaged electrical transformer. If Yellowstone asphalt managed to knock out a significant share of America's 2,100 electrical transformers, they said vast swarmers of the countries could be in the dark for a very, very long time. They said a super corruption can cause a dramatic climate shift, which could affect humanity. That is what they saying about Yellowstone volcano. They shift, which could affect humanity. Do you know how real that is? What I just read to y'all about right now about Yellowstone volcano. Do y'all hear what I just read? Yup, my sister said it. Yup, it's called the Ring of Fire. Do y'all not know Yellowstone is located in the United States in Wyoming? Why are you thinking ain't too many motherfucking people over there in Wyoming? When have you ever heard? Where you from? Wyoming? You might hear somebody from Wyoming every once in a while. That's some crazy shit right there. That is what I'm talking about dealing with the Yellowstone volcano. That's how crazy we're talking. And that shit right there is no joke. Did y'all hear what I just read? I'm letting y'all know what time it is. I'm letting y'all know what's real. This stuff is not a game. You know what I mean? I'm only putting it out there. And just gotta let you know. Just gotta let you know. Yellowstone is the mountain of the fire and the Sefer. It's the mountain of fire in the Sefer. Wow. Man, come here. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here, boy. Hey, Zen. Say hi to everybody. He a little shy. He hauled that away. He a little shy. He be back. He a little shy. Asteroids. I think I've been hearing about asteroids. Matter of fact, I talked about that a couple months ago, but I got to start talking about that again. You know what I mean? But I have been hearing about asteroids, and since y'all talked about that, I definitely want to be covering that sometime later today. But I definitely wanted to come to y'all once again with another stream. You know what I mean? Once again, because I wanted people to know, you know what I mean, like, about more of the Nesefer Act, about Yellowstone volcano, the Utah earthquake, of more. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, yeah, you know. So I'm glad we could talk about these things and talk about many other things for real. But I had to like bring that to y'all as well because I don't do this for nothing. I make sure I put out, I read I read and research, and I make sure I put out the right information that people that people that really need to know this stuff. This allergy season is killing me. So fam, I'm gonna jump off of here for a little while because I'm gonna go ahead and chill out, relax, and get ready to start writing out these articles for real because I have a lot of stuff I'm gonna start covering because I plan on to be putting out a lot of stuff. It's not a game, it's not a joke. So fam, y'all appreciate it, and if you'd like to support the channel and the page, if you'd like to support the channel, any amount is appreciated. And as I said,